So now that we're in Abydos, or whatever it's called, yeah, Abydos, how the hell do we get home? And also, what is there to see here? Well, we're in the desert. Actually, no, I'm in the wrong place. Where we came out of is over here. So when you come out the temple, you may be in this kind of biome, etc. And what you're looking for are these spires. These spires are going to have an ore in them called Naquadah. And when you break Naquadah, you get rarely pure Naquadah, but mainly refined Naquadah. And that's one of the main components of the mod. So you want to be getting a lot of this ore. But there's some other things that we want to see in this dimension as well. There are villages that spawn over here, for example. And there's camels that you get in here. Are these actually from... No, that's from Minecraft. When did they add camels? You know what? I'm an expert in modded Minecraft. When it comes to vanilla, I'm like, I've got no idea. I mean, like, oh, look, Stargate Journey's added camels. No, they haven't. Oh, my goodness. But there are villages that spawn. Now, if you're wondering, okay... Stop yapping, how do we get home? Well, if you've brought your Explorer's Compass, which is, of course, another mod, but a lot of people will be using it, you can put in Abydos for cartouche, because what you're looking for, it's easier when I'm filming these tutorials for exploration mods, is these here, which is going to be a little kind of rock formation made out of sandstone. And when you go beneath here, so when we come down here, you will find, of course, the... cartouche that is going to take you to the overworld. This one here in the main room is always going to take you to the overworld. If you turn left, you can start breaking through this bit of wall here. It won't be obvious. I'd already started breaking through it, and you can find some more. There is one here to a planet called Chulak. There's one here to Unitus. There is one here to the End. There is one here to the Nether. And you can see there we will be getting phone numbers basically to each of these different dimensions. FYI, when you see these little fire pits, you can actually light these with your flint and steel as well, just as a heads up, which is quite nice. But yes, there's all different dimensions you can go to via these wands here, and you just dial them in. And again, that one there is to the overworld. So remember that when you came here in this dimension, you would have come in a temple that has a dialer in it so you can get back home. So the temple you came out of did have a teleporter in it, a dialer. Now, what we've also got over here, so that's the one we came out of, but what we've also got, this way, is another temple you can find. There's also mobs that spawn called Jaffas in this dimension as well, in the Abydos dimension. Here they are. Here are the Jaffas. So do be aware of them. So when we go into, if I can find the entrance, the pyramid. So here's another little cartouche here. As you can see, another stone formation, and you will find a phone number in there to the overworld. Now, it may not always be to the overworld. There are other dimensions as well. I'm going to explain that in a second. So in this temple, we can go here, and there's a ring panel again, and we can go down into the depths of the temple, just like in the Overworld Ziggurat one. And down here you may find some spawners, and also some chests with some raw Naquadah in them, and even pure Naquadah. Now, I did tell you it drops rarely when mining Naquadah, but you can actually find it a lot more commonly in these chests, and there's things like enchants, golden blocks, etc., and golden idols in these temples. And if I go into this room, of course, there's some spawners, but again, a lot of pure Naquadah as well, which you will be needing to progress further in the mod. Now, the way that these telephone numbers link up is you can see there's two options here. So this one will take you back to the desert temple that you came in. That you came to Abydos in. So what we can then do to get back home is go into the dialer. Remember, this is where we came to Abydos. And I'm going to type in 27, 25, 435, 435, 1028. It'll be different for everyone, of course. Don't just copy my numbers. Big red button. And after a few seconds, it should start warming up. There we go. Goodness gracious, golly gosh. Jesus, Mary Joseph. And there we go. We're back home in the Overworld. So that's how you get home. Now, one thing I want to mention is about the other dimensions and how you can get there. So, what addresses can we find in the Overworld? Well, that is Abydos. The only place you can go from the Overworld is where we just went. But what addresses can you find in Abydos? Well, of course, we can come back to the Overworld. But there's also addresses in Abydos to the Nether, the End, Glacio, if you have Ad Astra installed, and actually you can even find it even if you don't have Ad Astra installed, but you won't be able to go there, I guess. Chulak, Cavum Tenebrae, and any other dimension that are added by other mods. So the main place you may want to go, for example, is Chulak, which you can find in those little things with the dialing numbers, not always to the Overworld, but sometimes to Chulak. So in Chulak, however, you can then find dialing numbers to the Overworld, Abydos, Cavum Tenebrae, and any other dimension added by other mods as well. There is somewhere called Lantea, but as far as I'm aware, according to the wiki at least, it cannot be found by address yet.